I'm breathing underwater, I'm weightless through space. I'm soaring like an eagle all over this place. Creatures most will never see are waiting there to look at me, and all I gotta do is breathe underwater. Weird things are happening in Italy, and the Seaview has been sent to investigate. Captain Crane and Kowalski are in the flying sub checking things out.
FS1 to Seaview. FS1 to Seaview. Come in, please.
Go ahead, Lee.
Do you have a fix on us, Admiral?
I'll have you directly over the target, just inland from the coast.
There's something very wrong, Admiral.
Wrong how?
Well, there's nothing but 500 square miles of jungle below us.
That's interesting, considering there's no jungle in Italy. Best they can tell, this overgrowth has swallowed at least 3 towns. There's nothing left that they can see. May as well head back to the Seaview, where they're having their own problems.
140 degrees, sir. Every compartment reads the same, rising steadily.
There's nothing wrong with the temperature control panel. Damage control reports are circuits normal.
Well, the reactor could be overcharged. You know, who's on duty in the reactor room?
A new man we took him on this trip. Keeler, technician.
We've seen it enough times to know that new man equals bad man. What's this guy's deal?
Control to reactor room. Control to reactor room.
Reactor room, Keeler.
Keeler, you having any trouble down there?
We did have a slight malfunction, sir, but I corrected it. The heat should start dropping.
Good. In any case, the chief is on his way down to check your operation.
Aye, sir.
You okay down here, Keeler?
Just reported to the Admiral, sir. There was a slight malfunction, but, I corrected it.
If he's looking for a compliment, Chief Sharkey isn't the place to get it.
Yeah, the temperature's dropping, all right. Look, after this, let's try to find the trouble before it happens. Hey, Keeler?
I'll do my best, Chief.
I do believe he resented that. Just between us, I kinda can't blame him.
Chief, you don't have any idea what kind of trouble is about to begin.
Okay, we're in a ripoff of Small Soldiers 30 years before it came out. That's an impressive trick. Never mind, we're in a ripoff of Big Soldiers, which, as far as I know, doesn't exist.
Lee. Here's the area you were over when you called in.
Well, it's roughly triangular like this.
Evidently, the jungle growth starts in the sea here at the apex and then spreads out over the land.
And it's moving across it so quickly that all of Italy will be covered within a year.
And it probably won't stop at the border. I'm pretty sure a plant doesn't even have to have a passport. Nelson says defoliants won't keep up with it, and since they don't know what started this, he's hesitant to use the laser or anything else light-based. But he does have a solution.
Gamma rays will shrivel it leaf and stalk.
Either that or you'll turn it into a plant version of the Hulk. He said he won't use the laser because he doesn't know what got this thing started. But he's sure radiation will kill it, even though in the fictional universe of the 60s, radiation was the cause of everything that was out of the ordinary.
I'll be in the lab working on the projector.
He has the plan, now he needs to invent the dingfod to make it happen. How often do we see that? While he's working on it, the Seaview heads for the source of the growth.
But we cannot live very long in the cold, dry atmosphere of this ship.
We won't have to. We'll change the temperature and air composition, suitable for us. Within 2 hours, we'll accomplish our purpose here.
He makes them little and puts them back in the box. He can take them with him that way and nobody knows it. They're in a box with a bunch of blinking lights and a meter of some kind and nobody's asking. If just one crewman would say, "What's that?" the whole plan would crumble.
Within a year, my friends, Earth will be as it was 30 million years ago. Then everyone from our planet will travel across space and come here to live. Now, we'll start getting the Seaview ready to receive them.
It's a hard and fast rule on the Seaview. If the new guy is wandering around your station like that, watch your back. Somebody forgot to tell him that. I can't watch any more of that scene because it's too ridiculous. Everything in a sub's environmental controls is intended to remove carbon dioxide. No sub ever built has a knob to increase it. That would be just about the dumbest thing ever. Harriman Nelson doesn't build dumb machines. In minutes, men all over the ship are falling asleep.
Even the strongest of them should be gone by now. See if it's time to move.
He should have gotten to know the men a little better because the strongest of them is still conscious and figuring out what's going on. There are emergency oxygen masks all over the ship. This is what they're for.
Shut all air intakes. Go on emergency oxygen.
What?
Something wrong with the air support system. Now shut the intakes. Sound a general alarm.
Morton manages to wake Sharky, and between the two of them, they're getting everyone on the boat onto emergency air. Once all the men are more or less vertical again, Sharky and Kowalski go check the air system to find out what's wrong.
All crew chiefs, report the condition of your personnel. Report the condition of your personnel.
They'll be coming in here now. Have to normalize the controls, but there's more than one way to capture this submarine. Quick, find the other two. Bring them to my station in the reactor room before they're discovered. I'll be there.
But they'll see the controls and know they were tampered with. Guys in the 60s found a lot of creative ways to hide their weed, but that one seems a little obvious to me.
And mixture's normal.
Well, the settings are okay. What do you make of it?
I'm second guessing nothing, buddy. All I know is everything is A-OK right now.
Is there a B-OK or a C-OK, or does everybody automatically get an A? And while we're on the subject, we were watching Keeler and the other guy when that call came over. When did they reset the controls? It took close to a solid minute to get them the way he wanted them, but he can put them back instantaneously. Another impressive trick. The temperature is up again, so Morton tells them to check the reactor room.
Did you see what I saw?
Yeah. Look like, jungle fighters?
Who do they fight on their own planet? And if there's nobody there to fight, why do they need camo gear? For that matter, if they live in a plant-based world, again, why do they need camo gear? Keeler reports to Sharky that there's a faulty thermal control. He'll get to work fixing it. Sharky reports that and the sighting to the captain. Crane writes it off as hallucination from lack of oxygen.
Obstruction dead ahead, sir. Getting a soft sonar bounce, it could be a thick underwater plant growth.
You must be at the jungle seed bed. Let's take a look. All stop.
All stop.
All stop, aye.
Admiral, is your gamma ray projector operational? We're in position.
I'll be right there.
He might want to hurry. That plant is doing strange things.
Sounds like the branches of a tree being dragged across the hull. Must be closing in all around us.
Better try a slow astern.
Slow astern.
All astern slow, aye, sir.
We can't make it.
Nope, you aren't getting away from it. It wants to hug you and squeeze you and call you George.
All stop.
All stop, aye.
You're welcome to fire that thing any time, Admiral. Without warning, air vents all over the ship are barfing out those huge plants. Outside, the other plant is closing in on the ship, clogging the ballast vents and putting excessive pressure on the hull.
Sir, the aft corridor is full of this stuff, too. It seems to be everywhere.
It's also getting into the electronics. They have to do something.
Can't we use the gamma rays from the inside?
That'd be too dangerous. I'll have to try to cut us loose from the outside.
Chip, tell the diving crew to stand by.
Diving crew, stand by.
It'll take too long to get through to the escape hatch. I'll go out through the flying sub. Patterson.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me a hand?
Why did he wait until Morton had given the order to say that? They have to use crowbars just to try and open the hatch to the flying sub. Meanwhile, the instruments are showing there's radiation somewhere on the boat. The captain and Sharky will take a team armed with pistols and Geiger counters and go try to find it. Somebody already told him they can't cut through this stuff, so he'll get a laser pistol and burn it through. No, 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 the laser beam goes that way.
What happened? Radiation feedback from the line.
The only radiation a laser uses is light, but it sounds good enough for the average 1968 audience. He'll grab a cutting torch and that gets Patterson free. Mr. Morton has been trying to raise just about anybody anywhere without success.
Aye, sir. Keeler and missile room, sir.
You're the first one I've been able to raise. How many men with you?
None, sir. I'm all alone. I can't understand it, sir. The whole sub is filled with jungle.
We know that. Are you blocked in?
No, sir.
Then go midships. The captain, the chief, and Kowalski are on a search mission. Give them a hand.
Aye, sir.
I'm sure he'll be just oodles of help. He sends his 3 guys to take care of them. They trade shots for a while, but Captain Crane has an idea.
Cover me while I get back to Corridor 3.
Oh, you're gonna get
Could I run behind them, is that it, sir?
It's worth a try.
Good luck, sir.
And now if one of them will move over to where the captain was, Kowalski might even have a chance to use his gun.
Keeler. What are you doing here?
Mr. Morton told me to look for you, sir. What's with all this jungle, sir?
I'll explain later. Look, I might need you. Come along with me.
Aye, sir.
Aside from the men he already knows, Keeler seems to be the only person still around. Suspicious? You think?
Keeler. Have you been exposed to radiation?
I was on duty in the reactor room.
That wouldn't do it. The reactor's completely shielded.
When we were in our teens, we would get into arguments, and one guy would inevitably put the other in a full Nelson like that. There are only about 312 ways to get out of one. I'm not sure Lee Crane was ever a teenager because he doesn't seem to know any of them. One of the easiest, as quick as he has a hold of you, stomp his foot. You now have a 98% chance he'll let go. Kicking back and bending one of his knees the wrong way can be effective too, but it requires a little more precision aiming.
I have a little box, Captain. Just fine for holding little men. Inasmuch as I need your help to run this submarine, I'm gonna put you in it for safekeeping.
Okay, let's make his words a little more appropriate to his actions.
I have a little box, Captain. Just fine for holding little men. Inasmuch as I need your help to run this submarine, I'm gonna put you in it for safekeeping.
That's better. If you're going to move at the speed of a one-legged turtle, you should talk at the same speed.
Who are they? Aliens. Keeler's behind all of this.
Sharkey and Kowalski have realized that their adversary is gone.
Chief? Chief!
Whatever happened to him happened in a hurry. I'll bet it was something like that. Elsewhere, Nelson and Crane are hunting for Keeler and the others, but a question is nagging Admiral Nelson's mind.
Why Seaview? What do they want with this submarine? As a means of transportation? So they could spread their seed beds around the world.
Of course, but they don't have to sail to other parts of the world to do that.
Missiles.
Exactly.
He's right. In the missile room, Keeler and his pals are loading seed beds into the missiles.
How noble you humans are. Preferring death to a little cooperation.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you are, Keeler, outside of being an alien fink. But you got us all wrong if you think we're gonna help you spread this jungle junk all over the world.
Then it's fortunate for me that I've been able to determine how to do it.
You can't aim and fire those missiles.
Fire them, yes. Aim them accurately? Perhaps not.
He says, but I don't have to. Wherever they land, they'll take over and keep spreading. Soon the Earth will have a total carbon dioxide atmosphere and humans won't survive it. Then we'll all move here.
Don't get your hopes up. It's too late for any help now. Finish loading and prepare to fire.
For a change, Nelson came prepared with more than just the almighty Colt. One time in the history of the series, the aliens are vulnerable to bullets. It's about stinking time.
Admiral, they're gonna fire the missiles loaded with their seed beds. On a 15-second countdown, you've got 15 seconds.
We'll rush them under cover through grenades. I'll cover you. You'll have 5 seconds to get to the fire control panel and reverse the controls.
Backfire.
Keeler is hit and Nelson's wound isn't severe. Now it's our turn. 1. 2. And 3. Crane hits the don't do it button with 1 second remaining. The button made the missiles backfire, essentially burn up their fuel going nowhere. And as usual, the aliens disappeared in an Irwin Allen explosion. What about Keeler?
The aliens are gone.
No, not quite, Lee.
Yeah, they were never the same after Sid from Toy Story got hold of them. Again, what about Keeler?
The gamma rays cleared the jungle out of Seaview. This adaptation had better work on the exterior.
He said it was too dangerous to use it on the plants inside. I guess he undangerous it. It destroys the big plant, and with that, the job is done. Taking out the root means the rest of it, covering part of Italy, will quickly shrivel and die. The Italian government had to institute a no-fly zone over it for a while because once that stuff started rotting, the odor was knocking planes out of the sky.
Oh, what about Keeler? How do you explain him?
Well, they put all of their seedbed growth into the missiles. And yet when we looked in his little box, there were bits and pieces of dead vegetation.
He's saying that was what was left of Keeler because Keeler was a plant. Here's something else. Keeler was an alien. Presumably he hasn't been here for 30 years or so, passing himself off as a normal human. He had to arrive here at some time fairly recently. How did he create a persona, and not just create it, but create one good enough to get the security clearances necessary to work on the Seaview? We've seen that more than once, and I have the same question every time. How did he accomplish such an infiltration? The show's cancellation, or more precisely non-renewal for a 5th season, wouldn't be announced for another couple of weeks, but it's easy to see that a lot of people saw it coming. It's not hard for us to see that the show was out of ideas. Right here we have multiple recycled plots in a single episode. When that happens, it's time to pack it in and go home. 5 more episodes, and we can do just that.
All I gotta do is breathe underwater. Breathe underwater. Breathe underwater.